now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
Wow, deputy.
Mountain when she comes. She be coming around the mountain when she comes. She be coming around the mountain. She be coming around the mountain. She be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Do the pocket knife.
I got a surprise for you.
What's up?
The day to get you is over. We're back.
Stupid, man.
Thank you once again for tuning in to the 13th installment
If y'all
of
don't
the
know where that's
Freaking
from, turn the
Podcast.
podcast off now.
You have to know where that's from. Once again, this is the 13th installment. Yes, I said 13, 1-3.
Yep.
Barbershop talk minus the barbershop.
Yep.
I go by the name of T.R, a.k.a. Teddy Riley. What? What?
I didn't say nothing. Go ahead and do your spill.
A.k.a. Teddy Riley, a.k.a. Touching Rumps,
AKA, that's right.
a.k.a. Tax Return.
Do my favorite one.
That's right. Of course, I'm joined alongside of the other half of the Freaking Podcast, my crazy kinfolk, a.k.a. CK, a.k.a. the light-skinned assassin who do dark nigga shit.
You did.
On a dark Wednesday.
Yeah.
Light-skinned Lex.
Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
What's going on, my brother?
Another week, man. You know what I'm saying? Time to get back up in here, drop knowledge. I feel like the last episode was very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Very,
it was what?
Very. I know. I made my own word. It was and powerful. I don't know. It was weird.
This is ludicrous.
I'm tired, bro. It's spino. Nah, it was
broke my back.
It was a good episode. I hope y'all got a chance to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Dedicated to Kobe Bean Bryant. And,
Absolutely.
The ending was very touching, I must say. Shout out to TR for putting that together.
Yeah, I didn't tell you what I was doing because I want you to feel the whole emotions.
Yeah, that was dope, man. That was dope. Definitely dope. And plus, for y'all that don't know, all the episodes is up, you know what I'm saying, on all the sites. So check out the old episodes, you know what I'm saying? There's some knowledge material up in there, and you know what I'm saying? Let us know how y'all feeling.
Yeah.
But we're going to get right into the episode. So first topic we want to talk about is something that we actually touched base on a previous episode, episode 3, that I gave my great, crazy tinfoil theory on. You know what I'm saying? Tinfoil hat theory on.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett. Now, recently...
You're pretty smart. I just now that I remember what you said, like, damn, you did hit on you did hit on the head.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I already told y'all this. Like, I told y'all this. Basically, without giving too much away, because I hope y'all want to go back to listen to episode 3, but I told y'all that it was either two scenarios. Either Mason Rudolph called Myles Garrett gay, or Mason Rudolph called Myles Garrett the N-word. Right. And for those that y'all don't know, Myles Garrett just got reinstated by the NFL, which I think personally is a load of crap. I believe,
why do you think that?
Because, and I told y'all that on episode 3, I said he was going to wait for all the heat to fall off.
Absolutely.
And then the NFL was just going to throw it under the rug, like in between stuff going on. Yeah. Like, oh, by the way, we reinstated Myles Garrett. Because if you think about it, I believe he only got suspended for 6 weeks. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get suspended for more than that doing marijuana or like something stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like for him to make it as big as they did, my God, he's swung a helmet and almost killed him and blah, 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 blah. I feel like he should have got longer than that, just personally.
What?
Personally. I feel like he should have got longer, personally.
Are you saying this because you're a Steelers fan?
No, I'm telling you, I'm really, really, honest to God, taking that completely out of it. I'm honestly just saying the way the NFL hyped it up and they made it so crazy that he swung a helmet and it was national TV and it was Thursday Night Football for it to only be 6 games. So you mean to tell me if I go out and let's just say hypothetically, I know this is probably stretching it, but I go out and I pull a gun on the field or something and point it at somebody, I'm only gonna get like 6 or 7 games.
If it's NFL, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They're very
so that's
hypocritical.
to me that's not right. But like we even on like we said in episode 3, if we would have flipped it and let's say that was maybe J.J. Watt swung a helmet on Lamar Jackson, what would have happened? Because we as black people or whatever would have been uproar or whatever, but we really didn't come to the defense of Myles Garrett, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother subject.
Right.
But in a sense, I personally believe it should have been more than 6 games. Personally, I do believe, though, like I told y'all earlier in the 2 theories I gave you, I believe it was either he called him gay or he called him the N-word.
Yeah, you did say that.
And the Myles Garrett came out and said he did call him the N-word. That's why he reacted like that. I truly believe that's what happened.
And he's doubling down because he said that initially before he got suspended.
Yeah.
He said that now after he got reinstated, you thought he was just gonna be quiet about it. No, he's like,
well, let's be factual about it. He didn't say that. Remember what? Okay, so I listened to episode 3 because I remember. I had to take myself back.
Okay.
What he did say at the time is, I'm not going to tell you what he said. The only person that knows is my head coach and my team, and they kept that in house. But another part that we left out is that when that happened, everybody and their mama was like, Mason Rudolph need to press charges. Mason Rudolph need to press charges. Mason Rudolph need to press charges. Remember, like I told y'all in episode 3,
right?
When you press charges and you make this legal, the NFL can't keep it in house.
Right.
Now we got to have a police report. Now, what truly did he say?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Mason Rudolph didn't want that to happen, so Mason Rudolph was like, nah, I'd rather not press charges because I don't want to come out and say legally what I said. Now, the only thing is, and I'm a Steeler fan, and everybody knows that,
unfortunately,
personally, and I hate to throw my coach under the bus like this, because he's a black coach, I agree with him sticking up for Mason Rudolph, but I felt like maybe he should have just shut up on this one. Because, in my opinion, as a black man, it makes him kind of look like...
Okay, devil's advocate right quick. And I agree with what you're saying, but devil's advocate, they shove a mic in his face. What he's supposed to say? Because I know he doesn't come out and say... That's when
PR needs to step in. He don't need to say nothing. Sometimes silence is better than saying anything.
So they should actually been more proactive with it, knowing that when you talk to the media, they're going to bring that up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like PR should have stepped up and handled that a little bit better, because now as a black man, it's like, okay, you're kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place because you defending your team, your player, which granted, that's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
But then on the flip side, it's like, okay, as a black man, what are you supposed to do? You feel me? So, and honestly, that's just me looking at that because the media ain't made that connection yet. And I'm kind of glad they didn't, but that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of looking at Mike Tomlin a little bit differently today, but that's just me.
And
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, and I'll be probably the first one to jump on that bandwagon. Yeah. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now, and more into your story. I know you're gonna get into it. Mason Rudolph, he's pretty much he's denying it.
Of course, he is.
Right. So you kind of go with the quarterback. If he's telling you something, you kind of gotta go with it.
I mean, cause think about it, T.R. What benefit would he have to come out and be like, oh yeah, I said it.
Right.
Like,
so
what? And he be kicked out of the league like cat.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
In Mike Tomlin's defense, that's why he's like, I don't know the whole story. You're telling me your side, so I'm just gonna go with what you're saying. I trust you, so. But I agree with you. I think Tomlin,
it's a tough
situation. He's in a bad spot. He's in a bad spot.
It's a tough situation.
I'm not gonna put that on like that.
But that's all I got on that. You can keep it moving.
But no, so let me ask you.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph is denying, right, to the core. Now, we don't know what happened. We don't know what was said.
Correct.
Right. Now I know, looking up Mason Rudolph, if you Google this guy, he's a known Trump supporter, and he follows like these anti-Kaepernick pages, and he likes Tomi Lahren, all that. And if you don't know who Tomi Lahren is, she's this white. I don't know what she is. She does news or Fox News, but she's anti-black. She's always talking negative about black people. She's like this young blonde hair girl, and she's always just negative about black people. She's always got something to say, and just like, especially when Beyonce did the Super Bowl, and she had something to say about that. So he supports all that stuff.
So kind of like on some is it Nick Bosa?
Yeah, Nick Bosa. Yeah. And a lot of people think, well, just because he likes a certain page or he likes a certain person, he likes Trump, doesn't mean he's racist. You got to understand this. White supremacy and racism, anybody who's racist or white supremacists are cowards. Let me tell you why. Because do we not remember the Ku Klux Klan? when they used to wear sheets over their head because they didn't want people to know their true identity because they had to go and work in them jobs. If you really believe in what you believe, why wearing that? Why are you hiding?
Let me tell you something, brother. That's my sister. If anybody's gonna have sex with my sister, it's gonna be me.
Fucking naggers, making me sick.
Walkie buggy nigger.
Jasper, get the drop. If you don't know what that's from, then you know what?
Hey, turn the podcast off.
Turn this shit off right now. Not right now, but right motherfucking now.
Yeah, man. Whenever I hear white supremacy, that's what I think of. Man.
Right.
I'm sorry, but that's funny.
But I believe Mason Garrett. I don't think he's just making this up.
Yeah.
And just I think.
No, you think Myles Garrett isn't making it up because you combined you said Mason Garrett.
God damn, I can't. The black man.
I was like, who the hell is Mason Garrett? Like, but no, I know what you say. That's why I had to clarify. Myles Garrett.
I appreciate you because
Garrett.
I just combined them.
Nah, that's all good. We over here drinking this wine, so we a little
drinking
tip-side.
wine, drinking fine.
little tip-side.
So let's move on.
Yeah.
Over. So let's go to my favorite segment.
Ooh, we're gonna get right into the angry
corner.
Man. So what you mad about?
I'm
not mad about nothing. So go ahead. I'm not mad.
If I tell you this, you gonna be mad.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no angry man corner.
Nah, I'm good.
Let me start with the less angry one.
Okay, go ahead.
So the first one, yo punk ass.
Oh God, what I do now?
You said you don't like Girl Scout cookies.
I don't.
How do you not like Girl Scout cookies?
I don't. I really don't. Like, I'm not the only one. There's people out there that I don't like Girl Scout cookies. None of them. And you like the nastiest ones too. You like the s'mores. Ugh.
Bomb.
Ugh.
Shortbread. Bomb. Ugh. Thin Mints. Good.
Ugh.
They ain't bomb. They good.
Nah, man. I mean, I don't like. You know me. I like the cookies that we get, like the Nestle Toll House. I like that. I'm basic with it when it comes to cookies like that. Like, I don't really do all that.
No, I understand, but
I like my cookies to be soft and like fresh baked. Like the Girl Scout cookies was baked like 2 years ago. And they get up in the warehouse just sitting there. Motherfuckers be all hard. You can throw them at the damn wall and shit. I don't like that shit.
They just good. I get what you're saying.
They baked them shits like 5 years ago.
They bomb.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm straight. Next angry man corner, because nigga, I'm telling you, I'm not the only one that don't like Girl Scout cookies.
I guess, man. Like that right there is disappointing.
It's nasty.
Well, that's good. You have them in your house and you ain't tripping on them.
I don't even look at them. I'll be like, next. That shit is disgusting.
All right. So,
but I will say something though. If y'all want some Girl Scout cookies, holla at your butt. Go ahead.
Steph Curry.
Ooh.
Right. I'm a LeBron fan, right?
Yes, sir.
And I defend LeBron. Kind of almost like Shannon Sharp does, but not as much. Not to that point.
I'm glad, because that's
but
Kevin Durant-ish. We're going to talk about that later. Go ahead.
This nigga. Anyway. Yeah, he's a little bit much.
Shout out to Earl who hit me up and was like, ooh, that Kevin Durant comment was a little much.
Yeah. But why isn't Steph getting shit on right now? Because he literally is quitting on his team. Did you not see this picture of him holding Aisha during the All-Star game? His hand looked good to me. If you could hold her up like that, your hand is fine. What are you waiting for?
I got an angry man corner that just came to me right now. Can I say it?
Please.
I got an angry man corner for your ass because you bringing up old ass angry man corner. We already talked about this the last episode, a couple episodes ago, about Steph and how you said the same argument maybe like 3 or 4 episodes about how you was mad at Steph because you didn't want him to get the same heat as LeBron.
No, I want him to get the same heat.
No, that's what I'm saying. You want him to get the same heat as LeBron.
Yeah,
and it's justified. I agree with you. He should be getting the same heat. He's taking the easy way out, and it's because he don't want to play because they're not being competitive right now. We know that, bro.
Where's the heat?
He light skinned. He ain't getting the heat.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
That's all it is.
I just saw that picture, and it's almost like an insult to injury. Like he knew people were gonna talk about it, but he's like, I can get away with it
because he light skinned. It's light skinned shit.
Oh, yeah, light skinned.
You'll never understand.
Anyway, you're right.
You'll never understand.
Right.
Shout out to Aisha though. That was a good picture. You know what I'm saying?
Was it?
I personally think so.
Teach his own.
I personally think so. I mean, it's not April Jones, on that level.
Here you go.
Shout out to April.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jordan Woods, too. We saw that picture that you posted, tried to take it down. I saw that shit. I saw it.
Okay. Rick James being sued for something?
Real?
Yes. Rick James' estate is being sued for a woman. Oh, she's a woman now. She said, I think it was back in 1979, when she was 15, he raped her. Yes.
Why? In 1979?
I think with this whole Me Too movement and what happened to Bill Cosby, she's like, shit, I get a payday too.
In 1979?
I believe 1979, if I'm not mistaken.
Nigga, this is 2020, my nigga.
Yep.
Like, ain't there a statute of limitation somewhere? Like, how can you just sue somebody from 1979?
How's Bill Cosby in jail for something 30 years ago?
If that's the case, can we sue for our ancestors being mistreated?
Somebody
like,
said
you know what I'm
that,
saying?
too.
Like, shit. Like,
Somebody said that, too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, how far can we go back with this shit? Like, damn. That's dumb.
It's one of the things. It's like a slippery slope. Once one starts and everybody wants to do it. But then the messed up thing about it is, she probably get something out of this.
Yeah, I mean, and that is the messed up part about it. She probably will get something out of it.
Because he black,
That's dirty, man.
Because like Harvey Weinstein, like he raped somebody recently, and I think they're deadlocked in this case, so they'd probably do a retrial, and that means he's getting off.
Yeah, I'm so sick of Harvey Weinstein, man. That's some bullshit right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. You got some more Angry Man Corner? What you got?
Oh, I do. And
keep him rolling.
Another one. So
another one.
I saw this thing where it's good. LeBron is sending graduates of the I Hope. Is it I Hope?
I promise.
I promise. I hope. I promise school, and they're going to Akron on a full scholarship. They're paying for it.
That's been in the deal though.
No, it just came out, right? Which is perfect. Which is fine.
Okay.
You got some people in this world, man, who just look, especially niggas, always look to nitpick everything. Always got something to say. I read the comment, right, and I see a lot of people congratulating them and saying, that's a good thing, which is a great thing. Like to think that you're going to graduate high school and not have no student loan debt, right? This one woman in the comment I read, I promise you not. She said something about, oh, that's good and all, but you got to be careful where you send them and what environment.
At the end of the day, though, and I'm gonna give you another Angry Man Corner that you just inspired me on. People love to nitpick, and I don't understand. Like, it's just negative fucking energy. Like, people, like, I'm not even gonna throw nobody under the bus. There's somebody that we both know that is literally gonna get to heaven one day and be like, nah, Jesus, it's too hot up here. Like, turn the air on. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just nitpick about everything. But I'll give you a perfect example. So today I'm at work. And I'm minding my business. I'm chilling. I'm in the break room or whatever. Now, mind you, they catered round table pizza, right?
Fire.
Lady comes in. She looks at the pizza. She gonna say, "That's it. That's all they got."
Oh, I hate people
and
like that.
And I was just like, me and the homie, we looked at each other. We was like, for real? Like, why do you complain about everything? Like, them niggas didn't have to cater that shit. Like, they didn't have to do that.
Right.
Why are you complaining?
That's nigga. Oh, that's some nigga shit.
It pisses me off.
What
man.
race was she?
She wasn't a nigga, but still.
Seriously?
But it is some nigga shit, and it pisses me off. Like, why do we do that? Why are we always complaining over just, like, come on. Like, there's no reason to complain about that shit.
Some people just have this delusion of grandeur type
and that's
thing.
why I appreciate it's certain people out here in this world that are just happy to have a job. Like,
right.
And will show up and bust their ass regardless because they're happy to just have a job. And there's some people that just complain. Right. And it's like, dude, like, come on. There's somebody out there on the street that wish they had your job.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. I just had to add my 2 cents on that, but that's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
So, the last Angry Man Corner, right? And this probably gonna piss you off, too. I just found this out today, right?
They canceling the trip? Oh, my bad.
We know what Patrick Peterson is, right?
Patrick Peterson. No.
Okay, he plays in the NBA, right?
Okay.
He plays for the Clippers right now. He's what you would call a journeyman.
Is that Patrick Beverly? No, Patrick Beverly, right?
Patrick Peterson. He played for like the Rockets. He's a nobody really, but
let me Google this nigga.
Yeah, Google him. He's like a journeyman. So for every year he's in the league, he's gonna play for that many teams.
Okay.
Right.
We ain't talking about Patrick Peterson to play football, right?
No. He got the same name, but no, not
okay.
He's
Patrick Peterson.
He played for Oklahoma City. He played for the Rockets. I don't know who else he played for.
Nigga must not be popular because I ain't coming up.
No, Patrick Peterson.
I'm spelling his name wrong. That's right.
I'm sorry, Patrick Patterson.
Patterson.
I'm sorry, that's my fault. Patrick Patterson.
Okay.
He recently was on fire for saying that like black women were like bulldogs.
What?
Because he's married to a white woman, right? And he's propping her up and stuff. There's nothing wrong married to somebody the opposite race. Just don't put your own race down for them.
Okay.
But anyway, so I don't remember exact comment, but it was like, why would I deal with them or something like that? Deal with those deal with bulldogs or something like that. Like he tried to shit on black people, black women. Just look it up. You Google it, you'll see it, right? But that's that was a while ago. So I truly believe he's like a long lost brother.
I see it right here. NBA player Patrick Peterson calls black women bulldogs.
Yes, but that's now you can go back and look at that. But that's not what I'm talking about. This nigga. So they The NBA decided to they came with a date to reschedule the Lakers Clippers game. That happened,
because of Kobe.
Because of Kobe. Patrick Patterson said, "What if we said no thanks, don't want to play the game? You choose to cancel."
First of all, nigga, you wasn't playing regardless.
I'm sorry, you chose to cancel. And somebody said
you wasn't playing regardless.
Somebody said, "Nigga, you mad because Marquise Morris took your spot or something like that, took your time."
Like,
so wait a minute. What if we said no because y'all chose to cancel it? First of all, somebody who did so much for the league, who was a prominent figure, if not the most important figure in Laker history, died. And you're saying is you have a problem with wanting to play again because now that the time has passed, niggas, they not as grieving as much and they can get on to playing basketball, you don't want to do it now. How disrespectful can you fucking be?
First of all, I got a couple of things to feel about this. First of all, nigga, you wasn't playing regardless. First of all.
Absolutely.
Let's just put that out there.
Right.
Second of all, who the fuck are you?
Exactly.
I had to Google your ass and go to the third page to find out who you was.
Right.
Second of all. Third of all, shut the fuck up forever, nigga. You disrespected Kobe, so shut the fuck up forever.
That's what I'm saying.
Because at the end of the day, it wasn't like the Lakers canceled it because they couldn't make the game or the power went out at Staples Center. Motherfucker,
Right.
Kobe Bean Bryant passed away.
Right.
Put some goddamn respect on that man's name.
Right.
Like, niggas is still grieving over this nigga, man.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
his
get
own
the
coach
fuck
was
outta
crying
here.
over him.
Like, get the fuck out
His
of here.
own coach was even crying. Doc Rivers was even crying over him, and everybody knew it was a bad time and stuff. But this, and I'm gonna call him. I think he's a cool ass nigga. Truly, it's just saying that comment about the black women Bulldogs. Now Kobe with the comment with the game is like, you know what? We kind of we see who you are, and I hope other people see him too.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. That shit. We're gonna move on because I'm mad about that.
Yeah, that was so uncalled for, and it's like, again, you ain't fucking playing anyway.
Like, nigga, you're not playing. I don't even know who the fuck you are. Like, literally.
Right.
Like, nigga. Anyway.
So I saw that. So go ahead, man.
Moving on to a new segment that we doing that was actually inspired by TR. Shout out to TR for this. And I guess it actually has to do with a lot of things going on in the world right now. Like, we want to start giving people their roses now, you know what I'm saying, instead of later.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people passing away, I mean, seem like every day left and right, just way before their time, you know what I'm saying? So we doing a thing called Lex's Roses.
Yes.
And pretty much every week I'm going to give out my roses to who I feel like somebody out there that's just doing their thing. They need to get shout out. So this is the first week. I didn't even tell you about this, but the person that I'm shouting out this week and giving roses to is Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Curtis is just the man. I'm sorry. Like, I actually went back this week. Actually, I didn't even tell you this. I went back and listened to 50 music, just his from like his first album to now.
Right.
Oh my God. Like, 50 musically was the shit.
Right.
I don't care what nobody say. Like, that nigga be spitting, especially the first album. But just the fact that he was able to take the music and turn it into a business and a brand, from the vitamin water, which that was dope, that deal,
right,
to he went into boxing with Floyd, and then now he's doing this TV thing, and honestly has one of the, if not the best show, one of the best shows on TV right now in For Life, which that show is amazing.
It's amazing. That show is amazing.
Amazing. Like, I love that show.
Ain't nothing really messing with it right now.
And it's the crazy thing about it, I don't even know if you know, it's actually a true story.
Yeah,
it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
So For Life on ABC comes on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. Amazing show.
Yes, it is. Really good.
Really good. I'm not even like putting sauce on it. It's really good.
I have to agree, because Lex is trash on recommended shows. So if I'm giving my cosign to it, it's good because the nigga trash.
And I'm not even gonna speak on that. And on top of that, he gave us another great show in Power, which just ended. Which, even though we talked about it last week, I mean last episode, the ending wasn't that's great.
But you know what?
Looking back on it,
go ahead.
And what we talked about off air, we are actually more excited for the spinoffs now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially that video you sent me.
Yeah, the video. Yeah. And I'm just gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on the air, man. Should we let them know? I'm putting it on. Go ahead. Ghost ain't dead. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Sorry, spoiler alert. Ghost ain't dead.
Yeah, if you watch this video, if you find it online, oh my God, the way that this guy broke it down, the last episode, and it was like, you know what? He really convinced me that, he's not dead. Because I remember when we talked about it before, I was like, stop giving me hope.
Yeah.
The dude dead. But like you said, it says who shot Ghost, not who killed him.
Exactly.
Like, I was thinking about the show, what's the one? How to get away with murder?
Yeah.
Right. So it says the title is Who Killed Annalise?
Yeah.
Whatever. Right. That's the title.
Yeah.
Who killed Annalise?
Exactly.
Right. So they specified exactly what happened to that person.
And on top of that, there was no funeral. We never saw a body. The body never went to the morgue. We never saw nothing.
Nothing.
And every time somebody dies in power, that's what I need. Like when 50 died, I was like, okay, they showed him in the morgue. Cool, body gone. When they showed I can't think of her name right now. Angela, body gone.
Body.
Good.
Yes.
They had the funeral for his daughter. Cool, she gone.
They sure
They
did.
never showed his body.
Yeah.
Ever. Didn't even talk about a funeral.
Right.
Nothing. And I was like, oh, okay.
And I was kind of iffy on the spinoffs because they look a little corny. But just after watching For Life, first episode when I watched it, it gave me faith back in 50. Like he knows what he's doing.
And like
I'm
50 said, power never dies. Or power never ends or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, when he kept saying it, I was like, oh, okay. I kind of like, I think in a way he was trying to say like ghosts never die or ghost, you know what I'm saying? Because ghost is power. But then I feel like in a way people took that as, okay, these are the spinoffs and the spinoffs will never end or the spinoffs will never die. But ghost still alive, man. You got to watch that clip. I think it's on. We saw it on YouTube, but I sent it to you.
Yeah.
But back to the roses. Like I gotta give my roses to 50, man. 50's doing his thing. I gotta shout him out on all platforms, musically, the business side, the shows is popping right now.
Right.
Like he doing his thing, man. So shout out to Curtis, 50 Cent Jackson. That's who I'm giving my first roses to. And the roses will continue, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep blessing people while they're here.
Right.
Yup. But leading into that, like we said, we talked about For Life. What other shows you watching right now?
I have some roses too.
Oh, my bad.
Can I get roses to somebody, brother? It's your segment, but can I join it too?
That was my segment, brother.
It was. I'll let you join my Angry Man corner.
Oh, so you gonna join me on the freeway giving out the roses? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to get my roses too.
Go ahead.
Is that cool?
Yeah, hey, do your thing.
For sure. One person, and this is how it inspired me. I was in this group and they were debating about this musical artist, and I was like, you know what? This nigga music is so amazing. I gotta shout this nigga out.
Okay.
Kanye West.
What?
They put the question there. What was Kanye West's best albums? Like his top albums of all, and like his first 4 albums were like on the top. I'm like, damn, like this nigga has so many great albums. And I had to think about it. I was like, I remember Late Registration, going to college with that and listening to that all the time. I love that album, and especially 808 and Heartbreaks. You know that's our shit. Love 808 and Heartbreaks. Man, it's funny, underrated.
It's funny that you say that. Not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
On the way here, I was listening to Kanye, listening to College Dropout, and he said, "Can you give us a song that the kids love to sing on graduation day?" And they had that song, "We Don't Care." Nigga.
Right.
That's my cut. We don't care what people say. That shit hard. But yeah, man, you know me. I'm a huge Kanye fan.
Right.
Because I could separate the music from the whatever he got going on, and musically, the nigga's a genius. I'm sorry.
I had to get roses because yes, he got other stuff going on, and he hasn't been right since his mom passed. But
absolutely.
but musically, you can't deny this man. You can't.
Yeah.
Like he's responsible for the blueprint. This man responsible for one of the best albums ever came out.
Man. And it's funny because a lot of people I know will be like, "Oh man, I love Jay-Z," and I'll be like, "Okay, what's your favorite Jay-Z song?" And they'll tell me, and I'll be like, "You do know Kanye produced that, right?" You know what I'm saying? And they be like, "Oh, well, I don't like Kanye." I'm like, "Nigga, like it's a Kanye beat, like you know."
Just say you don't like what he does. You don't like his personal, but his personal life is not for you to like.
Exactly.
He's giving you the music. You're paying for the music,
and that's the thing. I'm a huge Kanye fan. I don't agree with everything he do personally, and I'm a huge Kanye fan. But that's just what it is, man. You got to be able to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
So yeah.
But I appreciate you giving my guy roses, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
He deserves it.
That's what's up. But like I said, we was talking about For Life. That's one of my switching gears. That's one of my show recommendations. Amazing show. And like I said, I'm not even putting sauce on it or gassing it up. I really like that show a lot, man. Really? And I'm looking forward to the season and what it's gonna bring and all that stuff. A show that I'm not recommending though, switch gears. On Netflix. I started watching it on my lunch break one day. It's called what is this bullshit called? Love is Blind on Netflix.
Love is Blind.
A lot of people were putting sauce on this show on Instagram, like, "Oh, you gotta watch it. It's like Married at First Sight and da-da-da." And I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, it's kind of cool. Nigga, I got home that night. I was all hyped to watch it, put it on my Netflix. Nigga, next thing I know, I was asleep on my couch. Like, what the hell happened? Like, this is some bullshit.
You think you were just tired or it wasn't engaging?
I tried to watch it again. It was some bullshit.
Really?
So, yeah, I'm putting 2 thumbs down on that one. But what you got for shows right now?
So just to reiterate what I said earlier about the power spinoffs, I can't wait for those. Hold on, I dropped my phone. Hold on.
Power spinoffs look pretty good. I mean, the only one I'm not looking forward to is the Tate one. But
I like Tate though.
I do. No, I like Tate. It's just I don't want to see a whole show about him. I don't feel like he was that great of a character.
But you don't know what's in store. You don't know how it's gonna spin. You don't know how it's gonna.
But like, for example, let's break the spinoffs down. You got a Tommy spinoff. I'll pay to watch a Tommy show all day. You got a show about Tyreek, which should be a good show because Tyreek has the mentality of Ghost right now. You got another show that's Raising Kanan, which I'm like,
not sure. But they got Omar Epps.
Yeah, I did see that.
And I'm like,
I did see that.
That's a game changer. Omar Epps is a great actor.
That. So I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I don't have really expectations for it, but the one that I have the lowest expectations for is the Tate one. I'm just like,
yeah. But that's good though because when you see it, it's probably gonna over deliver. It might over deliver, and you be, and honestly, makes it better.
What I feel like they're gonna do is they're gonna bust a Marvel, which basically, like, I don't know if you heard about what Marvel's doing. Kind of getting off topic, where they're gonna basically you have to watch everything of Marvel to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because like Marvel, they were like even the shows on Disney Plus,
right?
You have to watch those because they're gonna play into the the movies. So I have a weird feeling that's how it's gonna be with these spinoffs. Like you got to watch all of them. You can't just pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna be lost.
Right. Something else I'm watching. I just started was Lock and Key. I watched it for a little bit.
What you think about
it? It's on Netflix. Yeah. I don't even know what to think yet, but I'll let you know. So I'm gonna see what that's about. Okay. And speaking of Marvel, Sony is doing something amazing. Have you seen what Sony is doing?
No, what they doing?
They're coming up. So Spider-Man belongs. He's part of Marvel, but he belongs to Sony for film wise, whatever. Yeah. So they come out with Venom 2, which comes out in October.
What?
You know that?
Nah, Venom 1 was dope.
I love Venom 1.
Venom 1 was dope.
It was really good. Yeah, Venom 1 it comes in October. Then they have Morbius that comes out after that.
What the hell is that?
You know what Morbius is? Okay.
Morbius.
Okay, so it's he's what do you call that? Like Dracula in a way.
Okay, so kind of like almost like on a Blade level, kind of like that.
Nah, something like that. But he's Dracula. But I don't know if he's good or bad. I think he's like the anti-hero, like Venom type.
Okay.
Whatever. So they're going to include. I think what they're doing is they're going to set up a Sinister Six. You know what Sinister Six is?
Yeah.
With all those different villains, and they're starting with those characters right there. So they're almost having like their own Marvel universe, so to speak. It's not technically Marvel. But they have their own cinematic universe with Spider-Man. They're going to put Spider-Man in it. And supposedly, I don't know, people are speculating that they're going to try to... It's going through the multiverse of Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man has different Spider-Mans. Yeah. So it may be targeting Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
So is it going to be like... They're going to be competing against Marvel in a sense? Or is it going to be like their own...
I don't know if it's going to be his own or it's combined with it. But I know they're setting up their own Sinister Six, their own thing. So I don't know if they're going so much deep into the Spider-Man verse... I don't know how they can come back and merge it with Marvel.
That'd be interesting.
Studios, but it looks good. Like look at the trailer for Morbius. It looks good.
I'll check it out.
At first, when I heard about it, I wasn't too impressed. Whatever. Yeah. But I said the same thing about Ant-Man, Doctor Strange.
Since we on this topic, how do you feel about the new Black Widow movie coming out? Like, I mean, I know me and you are both Marvel fans, so I mean, after Endgame, it's kind of like, okay, done. Like, we came back to reality, and now they're gonna bring out Black Widow. It's like, how do you feel about that?
The only thing I like about it, I can say, is like when it happened right after Civil War, before Infinity War.
Oh,
so I didn't know when she betrayed Iron Man and all them people when help Cap out, she went to hide it. She had to run. She had to because they were after her. She was
so that's what it's gonna be.
So she's a fugitive. So supposedly she was. I guess what I was reading about it is, if you remember the beginning of Civil War, they were on a mission. And that's when they fought Crossbones, that dude Crossbones in the beginning, to find this vial, this stuff, right? So I think this movie continues the mission they were on in the beginning before they start fighting each other.
Okay.
So
I mean, I'm interested. I'm gonna go see it regardless, but I don't know.
No, for me, it wasn't so much her; it was the storyline that I'm interested in.
I mean, it's just a new phase of Marvel that, I mean, it's gonna take time.
Anything new, we kind of like I said, Ant-Man. when it came out, I heard about it. I was like, I'm not interested in seeing that, but I'm gonna see it because it's Marvel.
So good.
However,
so good,
really good.
That's what I was telling you, like off air, like, and I know we get on a side tangent about Marvel, but that's what we like.
Oh, whatever.
So, but the one thing about Marvel that I actually is dope to me is all the movies I didn't want to go see is actually one of my favorite movies. Like I was like when Doctor Strange came out, I was like, oh, I don't want to see this.
Right.
Nigga, Doctor Strange was dope as hell.
Right.
Like Doctor Strange is such a huge part of Marvel universe, and especially like Endgame and all that shit. So it's like you have to admire Doctor Strange in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Didn't you say you ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, I have. I just don't like it. The Guardians of the Galaxy
You don't
Volume
like
2, I didn't like it. The first one is dope. Part 2, I didn't really care for.
Okay.
The first one is dope though. No, I've actually watched every Marvel movie now. I didn't really care for the first Thor. I like Thor Ragnarok. That one's dope.
Thor. Oh my god, that's the best one.
Yeah, that's the best one. And yeah, I've seen everything now. I've caught up everything. So yeah, man, Marvel, like that's my shit. I mean, I can't wait for Marvel Land to open up. I'm there.
Yeah. And speaking of shows and movies, I want to go see. People don't know about this movie, but Impractical Joker is the movie.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, I watched the show. I love that show, so I'm gonna go see that movie.
Any other shows you got? Cause I really don't have no money. I've been working too much lately. I'm like a Jamaican. I got like 5 jobs. You know
there you go. Wild one.
Wild one. Bomba clock.
Well, while we're talking about media, right? So I want to talk about music right quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and recant something I said.
What?
Episode 1.
What?
I have a new favorite album.
You talked about albums episode 1? Okay, go ahead. What you got?
So I said that Nipsey Hussle's only best album was it Victory Lap. That's the only one I liked. Anything prior to that, I didn't too much care for.
Okay.
I don't think I gave it a chance.
Which one?
The one I'm listening to now is Slauson Boy 2.
Oh.
That shit is amazing.
Okay.
It might be better than Victory Lap.
That's hard to say.
Because I remember, shout out to Brittany. Brittany said, it's funny, she said the opposite. She said she didn't too much care for Victory Lap, but everything else before that she liked better. And I kind of see why she said that.
Okay.
So I had to recant and say, yeah, I mean, Crenshaw wasn't my thing. I listened to it over and over. It wasn't my thing. Yeah. But this Slauson Boy 2 was really good.
Okay.
So that's one thing. I got a heavy rotation.
Shout out to Nip, R.I.P. You know, the marathon continues, all that. But yeah, man, that's what's up.
Oh, I have another Angry Man Corner. I forgot to mention it.
We'll go back.
Can I talk about it?
Sure. This barbershop talk. What you want to talk about?
Okay, so recently we posted a post on our page.
Ooh, hey.
Right. And
I know where this
on the last show we were talking about Sophia Stewart. Now she's also known as the mother of the Matrix, is because she wrote a book, and pretty much the people who made the Matrix copied her book. And she also wrote, I think, the Terminator 2. They took all that from her, right? Mm-hmm. So the post we put along with our voice was saying that she was awarded money. Now, it's been going back and forth that she got money or she hasn't got money, whatever. But if people read the motherfucking captions on the post...
The motherfucking caption on the motherfucking post.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, we gonna post that. We say it again one time so we can post it. Perfect.
Read the motherfucking
caption on the motherfucking post. There. Now we got something we can post.
If you read it, it's like, okay, we have a lot of people going back and forth about whether it's true she got the money or not. Nigga, if you read the post, we don't care.
At the end of the day, we just showing love to these black women. If you listen to the damn episode.
Right.
Motherfuckers.
We trying to put something out there that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people were happy to know that. They didn't know that. You didn't know that.
I didn't.
I just learned that not too long ago.
Yeah.
And it was just vital information. And like, if you read the caption when I said we're giving out love to black people, especially black women who've been incredible in the entertainment industry.
Because the fact of the matter is, y'all motherfuckers on here arguing with us, but the fact of the matter is, she did write it. Whether she won the lawsuit or not, we don't give two fucks about that. The fact of the matter is, we giving her roses that she wrote the shit.
Right. Fuck. Niggas always try to be right about something, and like, you're forgetting the point. Like, today I was on Instagram, and you know who Tahir Moore is? He's a Instagram, well, he's a comedian. Okay. He's on Instagram. He has like, he's on All Def Digital. He does all kind of stuff, whatever. So he posted this thing where, do you remember on Training Day, the dude Hector? Yeah. He's in Hector in every movie. That's what they call him. He's Hector in every movie. He's a typical gangster in every movie. Gangster. Yeah, the Mexican dude. Yeah. He's all, and he when you went through his IMDb page and Wikipedia, and it literally says Hector, Gangster Hector, Latino Hector. That's his name in movies. And the whole thing was about how people have range and stuff. Like, he showed like Denzel, like these 4 different pictures of different movies that these people ran, and they pretty much showing the range of him. But he's like, this thing ain't got no range. He plays one character. So everybody thought it was funny, you know. Then one person in the comments, I always read comments just to see how stupid people are. He said, well, he got money. All the movies he was in, he was making money and this and that. And I'm like, but that wasn't the fucking point. Nobody said he didn't make money. It was the fact that his range is non-existent. Yeah. So niggas always try to be right about something. Just come up with some just asinine argument.
Yeah, I agree. And shout out to, I don't even know what his real name is. I think his real name might actually be Hector. But shout out to Hector because actually when I used to work at Sprint in one of my many, many jobs, he used to come in there all the time.
We got to do a show on that.
Yeah, we got to do a show on that. He actually came in there one time and he's actually really cool, man. And he was like, yeah, actually at the time he was filming Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises. Cause
he was in Dark Knight Rises. He was.
Yeah, he was telling me about it. He was like, man, I can't wait to do it. It's a really dope movie. And da-da-da. He was telling me about it actually. And I was like, man, that's going to be tight. So yeah, he does all like the Fast and Furious and all that. He was in all that.
And we're not giving him shit. He wasn't giving him shit. It's just funny though. But shit, he got in. He found his niche. He got in. Hey, you in Hollywood? You making money? Yeah. Oh, somebody got dunked on?
No, Giannis just got hung. I'm sorry, that was funny to me. But nah, man, I'm not shitting on him. I mean, hell, he doing better than half of y'all niggas. So
right,
you know
it wasn't shitting on. It was just funny just seeing that. Like you never seen.
Yeah.
But he's living out his dream, and like the nigga, like bro, just stay on topic, man. You ain't gotta try to be right.
Exactly.
Crabs in the barrel, nigga. Just don't go.
The only one that's right is TR, cause that's right. But nah, man. So moving along, let's talk about this hot topic right now with the Houston Astros, cheating, man.
Okay.
And I don't want to get into too much detail because I really don't know everything, but basically they got caught cheating from sign stealing in the World Series. I believe twice against the Yankees and then against my beloved Dodgers. Personally, I think MLB commissioner should have did more. From what I understood, they only fired the general manager and the coach. They didn't really do anything with the players. And I feel like that's bullshit, personally. The reason why I'm bringing it up, though, because I know quite a bit of our fan base probably don't really watch baseball, and I'm cool with that. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because LeBron actually made a comment on it. And I just kind of want to know. I mean, you're a huge LeBron fan.
Yeah.
And before I give you my takes on it, like, how do you feel about LeBron kind of crossing sports and being like an ambassador for, like, I guess a world ambassador on like topics and stuff? Like, how do you feel about that?
You know what? It's one of those things. Is like they put cameras in his face all the time. When anything goes on, they want to ask him about it, whether it has something to do with him or not.
Yeah.
He gave it. I thought his answer was more personal, like because he said something about if I find out someone's cheating, I'm gonna be mad, and he kind of made it, like if it was personal. So like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, you want him to stay in his lane? What you trying to say?
I mean, I look at it both ways. I feel like you feel that's dope because I mean we kind of talked about this off air. When you put a camera in somebody's face, like what are they supposed to say? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like as a man or as a woman, you're obligated to have your own opinion. Like you can say whatever you want to say.
Right.
So I get that, but I feel like on this one, maybe personally, I feel like maybe he shouldn't have said nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's not my league. That's not.
Yeah. I don't know
too much about it. I don't know too much about it. Cheating is wrong, but for him to have an opinion on it, I felt like it was kind of out of bounds. That's just me.
Okay.
That's just me.
At the same time, I think he is a baseball fan because he likes the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe he watches enough baseball, he sees it, he wants to have an opinion on it.
And that's fine because everybody can have an opinion. That's the cool part about the world. Everybody can have an opinion.
You want to shut up and dribble?
No, whoa! Don't put that. Don't.
I'm just messing.
I didn't say that, LeBron.
I'm just messing.
If on the whim that you do listen, I hope so. I didn't say that, LeBron. But no, I mean, granted, everybody's entitled to an opinion, so I see it on that side.
Right.
But I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he shouldn't have said nothing about MLB. I mean, there's enough players in MLB who are speaking up. Like, shout out to Cody Bellinger, a lot of the Dodgers. Shout out to Aaron Judge, who are actually speaking up and being like, yo, y'all niggas shouldn't have cheated. Like, they should take your ring back. And I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you cheat, just like, I don't want to get too much in baseball because I know niggas don't watch baseball. But there's a player in baseball who was a coach, and the only thing that he did was he bet on his own team. He's banned from the Hall of Fame.
He's trying to get back in. He's trying to get back in.
He's banned from the Hall of Fame for betting. But yet you let these niggas who cheat, they get to keep their World Series trophy and their ring, but you ban this nigga from the Hall of Fame. So what if these Astro players, are they going to be in the Hall of Fame one day? Like, that's not fair. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I feel on the topic.
Yeah.
And as a Dodger fan, it pisses me off because I feel like we should have a World Series championship. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Keep it moving. What you got?
So, Recently we had the All-Star Weekend.
Dope.
And I know we talked about it before as far as the scoring wise, and we didn't understand. We probably needed a calculator, a protractor.
TI-83 plus.
Yes, all of that. And I must say, that was a good game.
Good game.
It reminded me, and I like what they did because it was like a pickup game, like at the park. Like you're playing for a certain amount of points, and you trying to do whatever you can for niggas not to score.
Yeah.
And like it was, the crazy thing about it was so intense, which I've never seen an All-Star game like this before. Not to this magnitude. I thought they were going to fight the refs.
Yeah. LeBron was hot.
Yes.
LeBron was hot. James Harden was hot. Russell Westbrook was hot. Like, they was really mad, dude.
And I thought, like Kyle Lowry, he was doing some crazy fouling. I thought they was going to try to
Chris
fight
Paul
him.
actually dunked for the first time in his life.
Chris Paul dunked before.
I've never seen that man dunk before, ever in his life.
And shout out to him. They balling.
Yeah.
They balling beyond nobody thought they were. But anyway, it got real physical, real chippy. I saw somewhere, I think Giannis did something to. I know Giannis say something about he wanted people to follow James, to go at James Harden because he thought he didn't play defense. Like, there's a lot of trash talking.
Yeah, it's a lot of trash talking.
And like the foul Kyle Lowry did on James Harden. I'm like, nigga, that was kind of hard, but like they were really trying to. Now, and it was in the spirit of Kobe. It definitely was in the spirit of Kobe.
Yeah.
Because not to cut you off.
No.
But Kobe said on the All the Smoke podcast, before he passed away, he did a podcast with Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. And he said he wished that the All-Star get more competitive.
Yeah.
And it sure did.
Before I actually tell you how I feel about the All-Star game, I want to give one shout out to what you probably didn't watch on Saturday night. I watch it every Saturday night.
Nope.
Slam dunk contest. Aaron Gordon.
Oh my gosh.
That man got robbed, okay? Hands down, he should be a slam dunk contest.
Light skin didn't win that day.
Let me tell you something. That man, he dunked over Taco Falls. Taco Falls is 7'6", and I don't care if he didn't clear him all the way. Yeah, let's say he missed him a little bit. That's still 7'4".
Right.
Like, nigga, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. But anyway, back to the game. The game was dope.
Hold on, even
go ahead.
No, Aaron Gordon, even back in 2016 when he did the dunk over the mascot,
Yeah,
with
when
his
he
legs
went
up,
he like sitting in the chair.
Yes, that was nigga. Why didn't he win that?
Oh, got robbed again. He got robbed twice now. Twice. So I don't blame him for not doing it again. I think he should. But like somebody said it though on Instagram, and I totally agree with it. I think it was Snoop actually. He was like, he's the people's champ, and I was like, yeah, he is, because in our eyes, he is the slam dunk contest champ. And I feel sorry for him because he should definitely have some kind of trophy, but
I don't blame him. He said, I mean, you keep getting robbed like this. Like, it's not like you lost.
And he's honestly the first time I ever watched a slam dunk contest where every single dunk he did was a 50.
Yeah.
Every single one. Up until that last one, which the last one should have been a 50. They robbed his ass. Like, every dunk he did was a 50.
Dwyane Wade and that damn earring goes on.
Anyway. But no, back to the All-Star game. So, a lot of people had a gripe about how the All-Star game ended with that free throw. And before you...
They did?
Yeah, a lot of people was on Instagram. But before you have gripe about it, let me read something to you. So, I was actually...
I know what you're about to say.
What?
How, something about Kobe, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, Kobe's first point was at the free throw line. Kobe passed Jordan shooting the free throw. Kobe's 81st point was a free throw. And Kobe's last point unfortunately, of his life, which actually made me kind of sad right now, was at the free throw line. The All-Star game, honor Kobe, ended on a free throw. I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
However you look at that, because, I mean, I'm like I told you the other day, I'm crazy when it comes to numbers and stuff. We were talking about that off air.
Right.
But I think that's dope, man. I think that's dope. I never thought about that till I read it, but that was a dope honoring of him, whether they tried to do it or not.
I don't think they...
I mean, obviously they didn't. But I think... what I was going to say is I think that going forward, it shouldn't end on a free throw. Just my personal opinion. It's kind of like when you play 21 in the streets. I mean, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't win on a...
Right, you got to win by 2.
Exactly. So I think that's how it would be in the future.
I get it.
But I think the concept is there
right.
to have a good All-Star game every year going forward.
No, it is.
And
I think they're gonna continue this same to next year.
Oh, yeah, they should. They definitely should. And the players were happy about it too.
Yeah.
Like Joel Embiid was like, man, like this was my favorite All-Star game I've ever been in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So now they're gonna play harder. Now I look at it like the Pro Bowl. I understand why they don't play hard. No, I know that's why it's kind of whack, because you don't get hurt for a pro. You can get injured and you can really injure yourself in an All-Star game. That's it's understandable.
Yeah.
But All-Star games should always be just tough.
Yeah.
I mean shit, and if I guess you have let them people get their dunks and put on a show for the crowd, but it has to be a little more competition. It'll be
and that's what I was gonna say. I did like it how the first quarter was like the typical All-Star game. They doing dunks and having fun and everything. And then that fourth quarter, it was like, nah, nigga, let's get it tight. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's do what we got to do. And that was dope. Like, because you had something for everybody. Because the people like me that just like to see the crazy dunks and stuff, okay, you get to see that in the first quarter. And in the second half, it was like, nah, nigga, let's tie it up. Let's try to win this. Let's do what we got to do. So it was dope, man. I honestly, I think going forward, it's going to be a good legacy for the All-Star game. And on top of that, shout out to the NBA for doing the right thing and naming the MVP trophy after Kobe. That was dope too.
And I hate the fact that it had to happen that way to get it competitive.
Yeah,
it's one of the things. But I mean, it is what it is. But did you know the total score equal 24?
Nah, I didn't know that.
That's what they added both total score, the score from each team.
Yeah,
equals 24.
That's crazy. I see that. That's
right, and people say you're reaching and stuff, but you know what? I believe in like spirit. I believe in like energy. I truly believe it's so much out there in the universe, and with our souls and passing, like people come back. Like like they say kids could see ghosts and stuff when they're young. So I believe it.
And honestly, LeBron said it. LeBron was like, when you were in that arena, you felt his presence. Like everybody was talking about him.
Right.
So like you just felt like he was there. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, and honestly, I personally thought like LeBron was gonna step it up and win the MVP because I was like, man, it's Kobe's name. It's the first trophy. Like I felt like he should step it up more, but he kind of took a back seat. And I was actually surprised about that. I was like, man, I kind of wanted LeBron to put it on and bring it home, but I mean, Kawhi won and it was deserving. I feel he did his thing. And it's all good.
Man, he deserved it.
Yeah, it's all good. But let's see. Moving along.
Oh, yeah.
What you got? Oh, I
had a random question for you.
Yeah, go
ahead. Scenario.
Okay.
Your significant other, let's say you go out to eat somewhere like tonight, right?
Okay.
Shogun. Oh my gosh, Shogun. I miss Shogun.
Sumo cuts?
Hey, we going.
It's on you?
No, we gonna go. I'm gonna convince Needs to change those.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Never mind.
But anyway, so let's say you go out to eat, right? She got leftovers.
Okay.
How long do the leftovers stay in the refrigerator before you eat them? What's the before she can't get mad now?
I think it should be like a 24-hour rule.
24 hours? Damn.
Yeah,
you cold nigga.
Hours.
You a cold nigga.
But you gotta understand the way I grew up and growing up on 40-40, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
you would write your name on there.
Yeah.
And somebody
still go hit. Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So just growing up where I grew up, like nigga, your leftovers had no chance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Your leftovers gonna be leftovers.
Ain't no leftovers in that house. You know what I'm saying? So just growing up where I grew up, like shit, that's the way it is. But nah, man, I don't know. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of leftovers. Call me bougie, call me whatever.
Oh, that's right. You don't like leftovers.
I don't like leftovers. Unless it's spaghetti. That's the only leftovers I eat the next day.
You don't eat leftovers, man?
Not really. I'm not a fan.
You don't like leftovers?
Only spaghetti. If it's spaghetti or pasta or something like that, I'll eat it the next day.
Nothing else?
Nah, not really. I'm not a huge fan.
I love leftovers.
Like I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I'd rather eat it that same day. I don't know. That's just me. Call me weird. I know.
Weird.
I know.
No, you know a lot of people don't.
But I like spaghetti. Like spaghetti the next day, fire.
You know why you don't like leftovers?
Why?
Because of knees.
That is
because
true. We never had leftovers.
Because everybody else in 40-40 didn't like leftovers either. They don't eat leftovers. They look at me crazy when I eat leftovers.
That's facts. No, that's facts. That's really facts. Because of her, we never had leftovers. It's like, we had a home. I was actually talking about that the other day. We actually had home cooked meal every day.
She said she was
and breakfast too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we grew up on like hot cereal, like malto meal, oatmeal, shit like that.
It wasn't like
nigga, you bring out some cold cereal, I look at you like, nigga, shit, you better bring out some oatmeal and some toast pippin. Right? Like, some fucking raisin toast, nigga.
I get that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just how we grew up. Like, so, whatever. Shout out to me.
So generally speaking, what would you say? How long can a person eat some else's leftovers?
I say 24 hours.
24 hours?
All right, what you thinking? What's your rule?
I usually give 2 to 3.
2 to 3 days or 2 to 3 hours?
2 to 3 days. Well, because Nunu was crazy. So like she had cheesecake in there, and she ate like half of it, and I was just eyeing it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And it was a couple of days went by. I was like, yes. And she started, you ate my cheesecake? I was like, well, you ain't gonna eat it. You don't like leftovers. She's like, oh yeah, but
That's different. Though. That's dessert. Dessert leftovers is different. That's different, nigga.
okay, so
That's different. That's a totally different ball game.
So 24 hours still?
Nah, that's different. Like, nigga, when they come to my house and leftovers, when they come to dessert, that's different, nigga. You gotta at least. I'm leaving. I'm not touching it, nigga, because that nigga is a beast. Fuck me up, so I'm not touching it.
So
that's
it
depends on the
person.
ball game.
It depends on the person.
It's a totally different ball game.
It depends on the person.
It's a totally different ball game, nigga. I ain't touching no dessert. Especially if it's like from Cheesecake Factory or like something like that. Nah, I ain't fucking with it. Nope.
No, if it's something like what is she had? She had some like she'll eat her Shogun, so that's not it. Something she had there. If it's something that like if it's not like Olive Garden or something like that, then yeah, I can. It's all fair game.
Nah, I ain't fucking with it. So.
Oh, go ahead.
Anyway, back to this topic real quick. So, we're gonna talk about Snoop real quick. So Snoop, well known, you know, with the whole Gayle situation and Kobe and stuff. You know, he kind of just went off on Gayle, which at the time, you know, I really appreciated, and I still do.
Right.
But you know, he kind of went back on his statement and apologized to her. And I want to be perfectly clear with everybody. He apologized for how he said it and calling her out her name. But even in the apology, he made it perfectly clear. He was upset. She shouldn't have did it and all that stuff. But calling her out her name and maybe the tone he used and saying at the end that, you know, niggas is going to come get her, all that stuff. He even said, he was like, I was wrong for that. So I respect him for being a man and apologizing. A lot of men don't apologize, to be honest.
No.
So any man that ever apologizes, I'm going to respect you on GP on that. But that's how I feel about it. Somebody just got blocked the fuck on the game. But that's how I feel about it. But how you feel about it?
I think people shouldn't criticize him for apologizing.
Oh.
No, because you know some people like, why did he go back and say what he said? You know, first of all, Snoop is an OG. He's a legend. So if he wants to apologize for something or whatever, or if he does something that you don't necessarily agree with, you roll with him because he's an OG. Absolutely. You have to give him respect where respect is due. Absolutely. So the fact that he did it, I like the fact that he did clarify, you know, niggas come and get you. Because me personally, when he said that, I knew he wasn't talking about violence or anything like that. No. I think he was talking about people coming into your page and like they did and blow up and talk crap. Like, we're going to come get you. We're going to talk shit to you. Absolutely. We're going to make you regret what you did. And I was listening to like one of these radio shows on Sirius Radio, and they were really talking about, you know, and this is an older gentleman who has a show, and I usually listen to him, but he was pretty much saying, you know, you don't call out her name and say all this stuff, but not once did I hear them say, yes, he was very disrespectful, I didn't like it, but you know what, he was grieving, and I understand, because one of his good friends just passed. Yes. Like, dude, that shit hurts. Yes. First, you lost Nipsey Hussle. Yes. Then Kobe Bryant. Like, the nigga is hurt. Like, he's still trying to get over Nipsey. Yep. It ain't even been a year. It'll be a year. Next month. April 1st, right? No, March 31st.
I thought he died on April 1st because everybody was talking about it's not an April Fool's joke or something like that.
I think he died March 31st. I want to say March 31st.
Why you keep talking? I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. So I didn't once hear on the show say, "Hey, you know what? He was dead wrong. He shouldn't have said that." But you know what? They never once said he was grieving. And grief, you'll do anything. Grief.
You're right. March 31st. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Remember it vividly. So for people who don't understand when you grieve over somebody passing away, then you know what? Then that's a personal problem. So you kind of give people, you know, kind of give them a pass, not a pass, but like kind of, I understand. Maybe you shouldn't have said it this way, but bro, you hurting right now like everybody else. The whole world was hurting. Am I right? The whole world was hurting. Like, nigga, he had like such an impact, and I understand why he said that, why he went that way, because you just can't. You hearing all this, you know, about Kobe and all the positive stuff, then one person just. It just comes out the works work with some bullshit, and it's like, you know what? I don't want to hear that shit. I'm mad. I'm pissed. I haven't got over my last homeboy, and this now Kobe's. You know, you're not in the right state of mind.
It's a lot all at once.
It is,
and that's why I'm kind of glad he clarified it though, because you gotta understand. Like, we understood what Snoop was saying, right, but you gotta understand how Snoop is so global and impacts so many people. Yeah. That he had to clarify, because we understood, right, don't mean everybody else understood. Right. You feel me?
Right. And he also had to clarify because of his money, because he has a lot of sponsorships. Absolutely. And I'm not even mad at him for that, because he pretty much, he went from gangster rap and all that stuff to actually now he's more positive and he's doing something more constructive. He was doing something constructive. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but he's more like a lot of people who
more positive.
He's more positive, and he like a lot of people who are in rap or especially gangster rap. You don't hear him about him no more.
Yeah,
but he's actually he turned into a career. Like he's a household name now.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with you on that one, TR. If he actually apologized to because the way you tell me if I'm wrong, but the way you said it maybe said like he apologized to save face. I don't think he apologized to save face. And tell me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong in saying that? I don't think.
No, you're not wrong. But I hate saying save face because it wasn't. I think part of it was, I got sponsorships out here. People probably in the air like, bro, we got the Martha Stewart show. I got Tostitos. I got all this stuff. And if you don't apologize, I do. Honestly,
so?
I know so.
I think he more so did it just on GP, because I don't.
Nah,
I could be wrong, but I think he did it on GP.
Let me ask you. And
I get the fact that he has a lot of sponsors. I get that. And money is motivation. I get that.
It is. That's if and I know somebody was in his ear for these shows.
Of course.
It would have messed up the ratings. It would have messed up everything. It sounds bad.
But you don't think that somebody was already in his ear before he posted, or he just grabbed his phone and posted it, and then it was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have posted that. What do you think? Honestly?
I think he grabbed it. Nobody told him. I think he just went and did it. I'm gonna get this off my chest.
Okay, maybe. I mean, and if you saying like that, then yeah, maybe he had to come back and retract it because he did do that.
He did.
So
I know part of it is like people in there like maybe you shouldn't say that, but most of it was his money. He was protecting his money. I know so because if he didn't apologize, it would have dropped him quicker in those sponsorships.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Think about that. I mean, any bad press, especially if you black.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The reason why I disagree, and I could be wrong, but the apology didn't come quick, fast, in a hurry. The apology came later on. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, if that was the case, wouldn't we have seen the backlash coming? I didn't see no backlash about Snoop, really. Everybody, in my opinion, was laughing with him and taking up for him. So that's what I'm saying. He apologized maybe a week later. There wasn't no backlash in between that.
Let me tell you something. So this is
unless it was behind the scenes backlash.
I think it was behind the scenes because that lady Susan Rice came out and defended Gayle. She said, Snoop, don't come for Gayle. I don't know what she said, but we have an army.
Okay.
And not too long after that, he apologized. And I'm not saying he was wrong for doing that. I'm not even criticizing that, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, whatever. But I don't think it's ironic. I don't think it's a coincidence that he apologized literally right after she made that threat.
Yeah, and let's make it perfectly clear again. I mean, I'm on Snoop's side. Personally.
No, I'm always on Snoop. Yeah.
So I'm not judging that man or nothing.
Not at all.
We just stating facts.
Yeah, exactly what is going on. But at the end of the day, Snoop did what we had to do, and so it's over. And
we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, but
it is what it is.
But you know what? I agree with everything he said.
I do too. But anyway, man. So let's get into this. Oh God, this hot topic, man. I'm gonna pass it over to you.
Okay. So overall, it's I wanted to talk about.
I'm just gonna tell you the wine is kicking in.
I want to talk about social media criticism, and what I mean by that is if somebody makes a post or talks about certain things, and if you respond to it, they'll tell you, mind your business. But nigga, you made it my business once you posted it. So I bring it to this Dwyane Wade situation, right? Now, I'm not even gonna go into everything because if you follow the news and it's all in your face, on social media, you know what's going on with his son. Be
careful.
My bad. Yeah, his son, who's now says he's a girl, and they're referring to her as his daughter. So a lot of people have a lot to say. People are getting criticized for criticizing him because they're speaking their mind. But my thing is too, Dwyane Wade is literally becoming a loving hip hop star overnight. If you're not seeing it, he has a documentary coming out. He's on Ellen talking about his. The situation with his child. I'm gonna say child. Can I say child?
That's fine.
Cool. Child. He's on Ellen talking about that. He has he's featured on Rick Ross's song. And now he's gonna do something else. I can't remember, but it's he's setting up this stage to. I know it's more than basketball, but it's something to where it's more in media. It's a little bit too much for me. It's a little too much. And every day we see the same thing about his child, his kid, and all this stuff. And you see a lot of people was like, well, you know what? You should mind your business. Let him raise his kid. Let him do what he wants to do. I understand that shit, man. But when you wake up, and it's my social media too, I can do what the fuck I want. If I'm going on my timeline and I see Dwyane Wade said this, Dwyane Wade, it's plastered on social media.
Correct.
You can have a fucking opinion.
Yes.
You can have an opinion. Like, and one thing I didn't like too is like when you have an opinion about something, it doesn't mean you're against them or against, you're transphobic or homophobic or anything like that. Like Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie made comments about I think he struggled with talking about it because he knows he's gonna catch slack for it. But he pretty much gave his opinion on it, and people are calling him transphobic now. But what he said wasn't bad. All he said was, let him get a little older because
before he makes a life decision.
Life decision. Yeah. Just like you gotta wait till you're 18 to vote, to smoke, to drink is 21. Like everything is always about legal age. You can't own a handgun till you're 18. You know what I mean? Like why is it that certain things it's all about age, but when it comes to this, you better shut up about it, let him do what he wants to do. He's 12 years old, whatever. Yeah. And if he wants to do, I don't care. I don't care. But if somebody has an opinion on it and you're putting it in their face every day, like you're literally passing it on their face, you can't help but have an opinion. If you don't have an opinion, stop putting your fucking life out there.
So my thing is this, and we kind of talked about it off air. My favorite line that I try to live my life by is from a Jay-Z quote, Jay-Z song. I think it's called, from that song, Where's the Love, or something like that on the Blueprint. And it's called, the line says, what you eat don't make me shit.
Right.
I love that line because it's so true. And it just basically says, like, I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yes.
Because what you do doesn't affect me. So, no disrespect to Dwyane Wade and his family, but I really don't care what y'all do. I really don't. The only reason that this is honestly big news is because you made it big news. Same thing like we talked about with T.I and the whole Hyman thing with his daughter. You made that big news.
All right.
When you allow people as a celebrity to come into your home, guess what? Now you're exposed. Now we're in. And once we're in, you can't kick us back out. That's the one thing I respect about LeBron more than anything is you only know what LeBron shows. Yes. There's a lot of shit about LeBron that niggas don't know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that is perfect. As a celebrity, that's how it's supposed to be. Right. The same thing with Jay-Z and Beyonce. You be like, damn, we don't know shit about Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's how it's supposed to be. I love that.
They don't do interviews, nothing, unless they want to.
Exactly. When have you ever seen Beyonce on The Breakfast Club? Jay-Z was on The Breakfast Club a long time ago.
Right.
Now, you don't see Jay-Z on The Breakfast Club?
He'll do an interview if he felt like it.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything.
If he do an interview, he gonna talk about what he want to talk about. If you ask him a question, next question.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or he'll prepare beforehand. Like, don't ask me this. Don't ask me this. We're gonna stick to this.
Exactly.
And
but that's what I'm saying. Like, these people are mad because of the backlash they get. But it's like you opened up that can. So how are you gonna be mad when you let us in your house?
But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Dwyane Wade's mad.
No, he's not mad. He's not mad.
I
mad.
think the other people, around, like the people, people who are just looking at it and have their opinion saying, hey, mind your business, let him raise his kid. They're more mad than he is.
Yeah.
I personally believe he's purposely doing this just for, like, he's getting some kind of buzz going because he's going to some kind of career right now. It's almost Kim Kardashian-ish where he's using attention to gain momentum, to garner attention, to do what he's going to do. So he got all this stuff in the works, and now he's using his kid
and personally
as a pawn.
Personally, just like with the whole T.R thing, I feel sorry for the kid.
Yes,
because the kid is now exposed. The kid has to deal with the backlash. I don't care about Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade is a grown ass man,
right.
Just like T.R, grown ass man. It's this kid that for the rest of their life is. You Google T.I.'s daughter, or you Google Dwyane Wade's kid. And that's what's gonna pop up.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. For the rest of their life,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man.
If it's not already bad enough, they're feeling a certain way.
That, and especially with the Dwyane Wade situation, that kid has to deal with that in public now.
Yes, exactly.
In public,
right? You
know what I'm saying? Because that could have been kept in house. Nobody would have ever known.
Right.
Everybody would have been going on. Tomorrow still would have been Sunday or whatever day it's gonna be, and everybody would have been cool.
But Dwyane Wade wanted to use it to sell his documentary coming out. He went on Ellen and talked about this. I mean, I can see if somebody asked him a question, he talked about it, but he's literally going on a tour talking about his child.
And let's be honest, the whole LGBTQ plus the whole thing, that's all. It's a hot topic. So you say anything about that, of course you're gonna get a spotlight on you. And I feel like, in a weird way, I feel like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
He's putting that spotlight on him because he wanted to push this documentary.
Yes.
And do whatever he wanted to do. And it's sad because, in a sense, what kind of man are you? And I hate to even say, what kind of man are you to use your kid in that for spotlight? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of sad if you think about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
because if this wasn't going on, what would it be? Because next thing you know, they talked about the kid he had out of wedlock.
Yeah.
When he was
when he
married.
had his little
It's
break.
like, nigga, that happened a long time ago. Why are we bringing this up now? Why are you talking about it? Because you're using
all
it
that
to sell. Like, you're doing whatever you can
Yep.
to sell whatever you're trying to sell.
Yep. So it's sad, man. That's all. That's my 2 cents on it. It's sad.
You don't want to talk about if your kid did that, if you had a son that did that. We don't have to. I understand. It's one.
No, let's talk about you. We can't take it off the air now. We said it, so let's talk about it. I mean, you can't ask me a question and be like, let's not talk about it.
I should have said that.
Yeah, you damn right. You should have said that.
Shit.
So the question that we posed to each other off air that we're gonna bring on air now is, if you had a son who came to you and no longer wants to, I guess in a sense, this is be direct about it, no longer wants to be your son and now wants to be your daughter, how would you handle that?
At that age. So
At that age.
me personally, first of all, I would never disown my kid for feeling that way, gay, whatever. I don't understand people who disown their kid for that. I would never. I would love my kid regardless. If he does something I don't agree with or whatever. I don't understand people like that. So first of all, I want to say that.
Yeah.
Secondly, if he came to me at that age and told me that, I would have to really have a long discussion.
Yeah.
And I want you to tell me, what's your definition of a female?
Correct.
What is your definition? What do you think a female is? Because me personally, and this is my opinion, and I kind of don't care. It's like, I think it's insulting to women to say you feel like a woman. Like, we don't know what women go through.
Yeah.
Like, women, they have PMS. You know, they feel bloated. They don't feel pretty sometimes. They go through certain emotions. Mm-hmm. You could be with your woman one day and she's looking at you crazy. And you're like, nigga, what did I do? Yeah. She just it's because that day she's just not in the mood for anything. Like, she's just mad, and that different emotions, different just different stuff they deal with. And I would have to talk to them like, do you understand what is, to me, give me a definition. You literally have to give me like an essay, a theory or something on what you think. Why do you think that? Because at that age, to me, it's like, I think it's more so like, if I don't have anything in common, he thinks he probably has more in common with girls than he does with guys. Because I don't play sports, but I like doing hair. Well, that doesn't necessarily make you that. You just have something in common. So maybe you think you're in common. Maybe you think you don't think you're a man because you don't do A, B, and C, which is not right. So hey son, let's talk about this and give me your definition. Why do you think that? You know, you really got to break it down to me why you think this is the best thing. And at 12 years old, you know, you really can't specify. But you know what? I'm going to be there and we're going to talk, and I'm not going to bash him for anything. But there's a conversation that just needs to be had.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's why we always call each other yin and yang, because you kind of took the words right out of my mouth. I would do the same thing. Like, I would literally just sit down and have that discussion, you know what I'm saying? And not judge or have a negative inkling towards it. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's my son or my kid in general, and I'm going to love them regardless.
Exactly.
But it's like somebody actually said this. I was listening to, I forgot what podcast. I listen to so many podcasts. But somebody said it. They were like, you know, it's kind of easy to say that until you actually in a situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth, because as men, you know, we're always taught to be hard. We got to be tough.
Don't
we can't cry.
Be
Be tough and strong. But at the end of the day, truth be told, men cry. I know I'll be first one to say, I cry. Something hit me, I'm going to cry. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the drop of a dime, because that's just how I am. And I don't think I'm less manly or anything because of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think as a society, we need to have those tough conversations with our kids and find out the root to the problem. Because like you said, you made a valid point. Maybe because they may, like you said, like doing hair or something that may seem girly, you know what I'm saying, doesn't necessarily mean that they're a female or they're feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. Maybe
you just like it.
Maybe you like getting your nails done. Maybe I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't necessarily mean that you need to change genders. You know what I'm saying? That's just maybe something you like to do that you have in common with another sex. And that's cool. But I think the conversation needs to be had. And I think, honestly, that's the problem with the world in general, is There's not enough conversations being had. You know what I'm saying?
But then the problem with the world is not so much that, it's the fact is if you show any disregard for what they're saying, not disregard, but like if you kind of disagree with what they're saying, then you're anti whatever they are.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's like, it's not it. Just because we have a different opinion, I don't hate you. I'm not anti you. It's just I feel this way.
And that's why one of my favorite words that I like to use all the time is let's agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Because because I disagree with you doesn't mean that you're wrong or I'm right or whatever. It's just, hey, we have a difference of opinion and we're not always going to agree, and let's agree to disagree. And we cool with that.
And nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? And we do that a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, and truth be told, I'll disagree with something you say, or you disagree with something I say, and then maybe an episode later or weeks later, you'll text me and be like, hey, you was right about such and such. And I'll do the same thing with you. Oh, man, you was right about such and such. Yeah. So that's just the way, but that's the one thing I like about our relationship is we could do that. And I just wish that more people would do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing I love about our podcast and kind of adding it to that is we're giving you different views on different things. You know what I'm saying? I might view something a certain way that TR might not, or TR might view something some way and I might not. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting that full 360 view of something, and that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I feel like. Yeah. But that's my 2 cents on it. You got anything else you want to add on it?
No, that's it. I want to go ahead and watch this fight.
Yeah. Who you going for?
Oh, Wilder.
Okay.
All day.
Yeah.
To this day.
To this day, nigga. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go watch this fight, get some more wine in the system, you know what I'm saying, and get ready to get this.
Bro, don't drink all my shit.
Get ready to get this money. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow. We out this motherfucker. Peace.